Tomorrow marks the start of Eating Disorder Awareness Week tonight. Our Braden Ross is digging into the issue here in Wisconsin and finding out what to watch for if you think a loved one is suffering.
It can start so innocently.
For Jordan Kernan, that's exactly how it started.
It was like my first year of college, and I was like, my sister and I were like, oh, we're just gonna go on like a health kick.
But soon that health kick turned into something that wasn't healthy at all.
I went in for a weight check with my eating disorder doctor here in Madison, and I felt faint. I started to blurred vision, black vision, and my doctor was like, you need to go to the hospital right now.
So Jordan made one of the bravest decisions of her life. She asked for help.
I went to treatment, and I was staying in a residential place with everyone else who struggled with eating disorders. And I was like, wow, you know, this isn't a personal thing. It's not something that's wrong with me.
Nicole Settler is the executive director for eating disorder services at Rogers Behavioral Health, where Jordan was treated.
How do I recognize if this is happening to my kid or friends or family member?
I think in general, big changes in behavior, especially around eating, are probably one of the things to look out for.
Other warning signs can be obsessions with exercise and dramatic weight changes. But Settler says the signs can be hard to spot, especially in people who don't fit the stereotypical image of an eating disorder.
For example, with anorexia nervosa, we often see among boys and young men that there's more of a focus on musculature. So it's not so much about being small, being thin, but more about being in shape, being toned.
And it's not just boys. People of color are half as likely to be diagnosed or receive treatment for an eating disorder.
I went unnoticed for a very long time because I'm like, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna hide it sort of thing. And
years later, Jordan is now a third-grade teacher in Sun Prairie.
my kids know that the word fat is not allowed in my room, and I get very, very upset if I ever hear it.
She's proud to be an example that recovery is possible. It just takes a little bit of bravery.
As hard as it can be, ask for help, because it's okay not to be okay. And there are tons of people out there that are experts at this and can really help you get your life back.
Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
If you think a loved one might be struggling with an eating disorder, Settler says it's best to take an objective and supportive approach when talking about it. You can find more resources online at nationaleatingdisorder.org. You can also call the Eating Disorders Hotline at 800-931-2237.